this is Elizabeth Clare Brewington with Discover Brightside, where we discover new things. And this is the month where we're talking about prosperity. Did you know that in levels of happiness, of course, you meet your soulmate, you have your family, you find love, you find yourself. But when you get wealthy and healthy, in that mix, you reach your highest attainment, which is called prosperity. So we wanted you to join. I had somebody that sounded fascinating for you to meet. And I'd like to introduce you to Lane, and he is the wealth elevator. So over to you, Lane. Tell us a little bit about yourself and about the wealth elevator.
Yeah, so I teach people how to get out of the rat race. I used to be an engineer, bought a house in 2009 and started to rent it out. And, maybe like 6, 7 years later in 2015, I had 11 rental properties. Today, we've acquired over $2 billion of assets. But we teach people how to get started buying little rental properties, or if they're already an accredited investor, get involved in larger deals. And because it changed my life, right? If not, I'd still be doing the old 401k thing and working my job.
Awesome. And especially in this day and age when the economy recession, even those lovely government jobs that people were so sure of their retirement is now in jeopardy. So what would you advise people who've worked their whole lives and either are getting ready to retire, or what do they do with their investment money?
Well, I mean, depends on how much you have, right? I mean, that's why I write in my book, The Wealth Elevator. A lot of our clients are already over $1 million net worth, right? If you don't have that much, I mean, we're probably not the people to read the book or let's follow. A lot of our clients are, successful business owners or making multiple six figures at their job. But if you're starting out, it's not too late, right? Or, you're still in your 40s. Most of our clients, I would say, are in our 50s, right? But if you're, 40s or, lucky enough to be in the 20s, like where I did, buy a little rental property. That's kind of the curriculum on the first floor of the wealth elevator of my book. And then kind of that second floor, you're gonna have to read the book to see what's after that. But that's the way I'd say you get started. Buy a little rental property, um, save up to buy another, and then rinse, wash, repeat.
Oh, great. And definitely get the book if you're in the million plus, and then you can talk to Lane about how you want to invest that $1 million plus investment. Because really, you could spend $1 million just like that. I've heard great stories about people that made $1 million and lost it. So it's almost like going to the casino table, and you could lose that money very quickly. So you want to have proper advice, and you want to do it properly, because then you can make that money grow instead of just letting it go. So what advice would you give someone who had a million plus? Where should they start? I guess they should get your book, number one, and then make an appointment with you. And how does your wealth elevator work for millionaires?
Yeah, I mean, when you look at the portfolio of wealthy individuals, what you'll find is that they have a lot of what's called alternative investments. Now, alternative investments can mean a variety of different things, but owning real estate as rental properties or commercial real estate or owning portions of operating businesses are known as alternative investments. Now, when you start to get into this area, it's like, well, where do you buy these things, right? It's not like you can just buy them off the MLS or anything like that, or the large institutional companies out there. And this is kind of what separates the retail investment world, where I was in myself after graduating college, right? We're all kind of stuck into these traditional investments. But what I started to realize, like a lot of wealthy people, they start to get off of the Wall Street path and they invest more directly into these alternative investments. But I would say if it's new to you, just go and buy your own little rental property and start from there.
Okay, so that would be a good one to do, and definitely get Lane's book. And congratulations on the book and all that you're doing to help people stay wealthy. I mean, now millionaires is nothing. Everybody's now billionaires and trillionaires. So, so you better get started, my audience, at least get to millionaire status, and then you can get into the billionaire status. But right now, there are plenty of opportunities, even with the economy downturn, for you to start investing and growing your wealth. So, on your road to prosperity, we wish you good luck, and we hope you will share this video and make sure that you subscribe to our channel. And I hope you got some good advice. Thank you for watching.